taken down the ceiling, a popcorn ceiling, to replace it and put some pot lights in. And what did we find? We found broken joist and the reason for it. And so today I'm going to show you how to replace or repair this problem. Because the previous homeowner decided to do his own bathroom renovation and didn't know how to measure. And here's how bad this problem is. Quite severe, actually. Luckily it was just a single joist and not multiple. And here we have the bathroom upstairs, where the broken joist is right about here. Not a room under there, probably solid, I don't know, solid ½ inch, I'd say. So, all a good reason to do this. I doubt, because these tiles are not very large, that I doubt will break any. I think we're just going to crack a grout line or two, maybe. They kind of already look like they might even be hairlined. So, bringing it up a little bit. There's a big lip here. Whoever did this was not a great bathroom installer. In fact, definitely a homeowner, home jobber. We've already shut the water off. Now we have to cut the pipes, the copper pipes and the ABS pipes. But there's also another pipe that needs to be cut. Two pipes need to be cut here. Coincidentally, there was already a leak from one of the elbows. So we're here anyway. So we're going to fix that as well. And if you can see, the plumbing is not so good, not so straight, not so perfectly sloped. Same with this one. It's a little off, needs to be adjusted, and we'll do all that while we're here. So we're going to sister this and put a new joist right beside it, glued, screwed, fastened together. Let's get started. First thing, we're going to cut the ABS on both sides, and then I'm going to do the copper. I've already drained the house. Then we're going to put the joist in and do our extension pieces, drill new holes for the copper and the ABS. Luckily there's no electrical going through there, or that's another big headache. Also, they crushed the vent pipe to put the copper lines in and didn't put anything between the two dissimilar metals. That's a no-no. And that's going to create erosion, corrosion. So we're going to put something in between those, probably little shims or something. Here we go. We found that all of this section of pipe all the way to probably somewhere over here was just filled with water. A few inches in my shop vac or wet vac. So I'm gonna, like, you can just see that is uphill. Yeah, I'm going to cut all this out, and I think I'm going to run the drain on the other side of the joist, try to raise it at the far end and keep it nice and low at this end so we can get that good slope, because that's really quite far to run. I don't even know if there's a proper vent at that end. Well, that pipe was definitely full of crud. So much so that it spilled all over the place. And it's just really gross. This pipe was very heavy. It weighs 10 pounds, 15 pounds even. But that's all over me too. But the rule is, remember the rules, 3 rules of plumbing. Water's under pressure, crap ones run Remember the 3 rules of plumbing. Water's under pressure, crap runs downhill, and don't chew your fingernails. Okay, we have the joist cut with just a little bit longer than we need to sit on top of the 2 walls. You have to cut the top angle off of this in order to get it to fit in. Let's push it in a little bit. See, there it goes. And it looks like we're gonna fit. There we go. We'll have to bang it back, but let's not do that yet. We gotta glue it still. I just want to make sure it fit. Okay, we're gonna glue it and we're gonna fit it back up in there. Sorry about the lawnmower in the background. We have our simple jack post, and we have our joist in place. It needs to move over about 2.5 inches. So we put a block on the side of it so we can hit it with a hammer and slide it over. It's already glued. And James is just getting the copper pipe ready to go. After a few pounds with the sledgehammer, yeah, we got it pretty tight over there. So we're in. And so now it's time to start jacking it up and checking for level. Keep doing it, checking it. And then we're going to bolt it all together. Alright, copper has been finished. This isn't about plumbing, so we're just really looking at the joist. I've drilled a single hole, didn't need 2 holes. And as you can see, this crack is all sealed up. So we're back up to where we need to be, within 1/8 of an inch. Last I looked, might have sagged a little bit. Finished up this copper, moved it around, blah, blah, blah. Do the ABS, and then we're done. Well, there we go. Raise the floor up. It is really close. Maybe 1/8 of an inch. But we have a slightly high tile right here anyway. So 1/8 of an inch there. So to be honest, it's probably perfect. I mean, it's not level, but that's the house. So as for being flat, I would say it's flat. Now, in the process of doing this, the shower got all twisted out of shape. I couldn't open the shower glass door. When we turned the water back on, I couldn't get in the shower to turn it off. So I had to reach over and pull the lever to turn it off. It was crazy. So we managed to loosen some fittings and get the glass adjusted. Did a pretty good job. It's not perfect, but I think it was installed. I mean, this guy, previous guy, obviously drilled those holes. The joist broke through that big crack anyway, that knot or whatever it was, and then tiled the floor and everything as it was. So slightly bowed. It means the shower was installed when the floor was bowed. So when I did the glass, it raised it up and messed it all up. So what I had to do was build up quite a silicone seal under the glass. It's a lot better than what it was. I tell you, it was silicone halfway up the glass. It was crazy. It was a really bad job. And we had to remove all the silicone around. We had a leak. It was because this thing got all twisted out of shape, and water was, I think water was going under this. I think this one was, it was heaved straight up. It was about 1/2 inch higher than it is now. And we pushed it back down, and we did the best we could. But we tested it, it's leak free, and it looks a lot better than it did. It took, you know, I would say 1/2 a day to scrape off all that silicone and mildew and reseal it, caulk it. The door is it's a reasonable fit. It's close, not perfect. Well, it is what it is. We couldn't adjust it anymore because the fittings, some of them were stripped. They were rusted and no good, so only some of them were adjustable. Anyway, these are the trials and tribulations of fixing floor joists. So, good luck to anybody who needs to do it. I hope this helped. If you learned anything, you like what you saw, you have any comments, leave them below, subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.